what you need tonight. A little something to whet your appetite, and it's gonna make you feel alright. Sweet Gravy and Carmen Kirk, check them out as they go to work. Congratulations on your new podcast. Now open up a can of whoop ass and blast, blast, blast. This is Angelo, and I hope you like this show. Wow. You are now entering a stinky goat cheese of a sandwich.
Carmen, welcome back to another episode of Sweet Gravy. You remember that New Year's Eve? I want to say it was before 2020, actually. I think that it was 2020. You had to work. You were working at the night times. Mm-hmm. It was New Year's Eve, and you got home like right before midnight. Mm-hmm. And you were upset. You're like, I wanted to take a shot with you at midnight. Mm-hmm. Remember? And then I said, don't worry, I got you. And then I had little tiny bottles of Fireball in the freezer. Mm-hmm. You remember that?
Yeah.
And then
it's the worst.
Why?
So gross.
Why do you say that?
I mean, you tried. You definitely put some effort. Tried a little bit. That was nice that you tried.
And pull out the little tiny bottles of the Fireball, and they were slushies.
They were in a freezer. You put them in a freezer to keep them cold.
Because Fireball's typically served cold.
Right.
Right. So I was like, well, I'll just toss it in the freezer. Whenever she gets there, we'll have a nice shot of cinnamon whiskey. Mm-hmm. But it was frozen.
Yeah.
And do you know why it was frozen?
Because it's not liquor.
Because it's not actually liquor. It's a malt beverage. And
it's made from beer products, pretty much.
Yeah, malt.
Yeah.
And Fireball actually has been there's a class action lawsuit against them because people have been buying this at the gas stations and stuff, thinking that it's actual Fireball, but it's not.
No, how was they even able to bottle that and sell that like that without permission?
So the little mini bottle, because they look exactly the same, only one says Fireball Cinnamon, and then the whiskey says Fireball Whiskey Cinnamon. Mm-hmm. And then on the back of the malt beverage, it says malt beverage with whiskey and other flavors.
So what I'm asking is, did Fireball not authorize that?
No, they did. So they made it differently so they can sell it in like gas stations and stuff. Mm-hmm. They made it with less alcohol.
So what's the suit about?
People feel like they were duped, and a lot of it comes from what I just said, a malt beverage with whiskey and natural flavors. So it says whiskey and natural flavors.
Well, I feel like we should join that class action suit because
we're gonna make millions, Carmen.
They duped us too. No, they didn't dupe so many people that we only gonna get a check for $17.
Hey, that's $17 we didn't have.
Yeah, like I remember when I can't remember the name of the bank. It's not People's Choice. I can't remember the exact name of the bank, but I remember there was some type of class action lawsuit with this bank because they were overdrafting or charging people all these additional fees. And they're pretty much stealing money from people. Yeah. And nobody,
they charged overdraft fees on the overdraft.
Like they were doing all type of little weird stuff. So me and my mom both banked at that same bank. And you know my mom, she's going to go get the dollar. So she goes online and she sees the class action suit, or it might have been something in the mail or something. So she sent in, she filled out my information and her information to join the class action suit and sent it in. And then we got a random like $375 check in the mail. That was the first check. And then maybe like 3 weeks later, we got another check for like $2 something. And then like a few weeks later, we got a check for like $75.
Right.
And that was pretty cool. It's like extra money.
Yeah, we could get that Fireball money, Carmen.
Yeah, we need to join that suit.
How we get on there?
I don't know. Probably can go online and join it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need to do.
Yeah,
And
they ruined your New Year's.
Yeah, they did.
You know how much damage that is?
A lot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got Fireball whiskey, so let's start. I don't drink Fireball.
But I didn't get the whiskey though.
Oh yeah, you got
Yeah,
the
see? Yeah, that,
But the reason that you bringing that up is interesting because, like I said, when we moved here, there is most of the brands alcohol, not most of them, but a lot of alcohol brands are doing the same thing. They're in the stores. It's the same product. It's a malt beverage, and it says 21% alcohol. So like, I go in there and in the store, and I'm like, oh, they sell liquor in the stores, and then I look at the bottle, and the first thing I do when I go into a gas station and there's liquor in it, I'm already skeptical.
Right.
So I look at the alcohol percentage, and I'm like, 21%. I'm like, I know damn well that like
Right.
Captain Morgan is more than 21% alcohol.
Right.
And I'm like, that's odd. And then I see it everywhere. So I'm like, a lot of companies are doing that same thing.
Right.
But Fireball, it was so distinct. Those bottles look almost exactly
They
the
were
same.
exactly the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
so,
one word different.
So it's
And the way they phrase the ingredients, they phrase it as if whiskey was in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liars there.
Liars.
False advertising.
Fireball. Liars.
Yeah.
How dare they?
Yeah, a lot of people are doing that. I've never seen that before until, obviously, I don't think I've ever lived that close to a 7-Eleven to where, like, I would have noticed it. But us being in Portland and 7-Eleven was close to our house, we noticed it, more. But other than that, like, I've never noticed it because I've never lived that close to a 7-Eleven to where it was a thing.
I mean, you'd go there every day, get your hot dog, and then you'd see like the Fireball
Right.
case there.
Yeah, I don't go get hot dogs from there.
Yeah, you do.
I will, but like that's not my go-to.
Every day you got a hot dog.
No, I would go to 7-Eleven just so I could get the chili and cheese in a cup and bring it home.
Yeah, that is just as bad.
Yeah, you didn't like that.
No,
Oh my
so
god,
gross.
it makes me so angry because this place, United Dairy Farmers, that's by our house, they have a nacho thing with chili and cheese and everything, and they got all the condiments. So I'm telling the lady like, I just want to put it in a separate container so I could bring it home. So nachos
so
don't get
gross.
soggy. I'm like, I'll pay for it or whatever. She was like, okay. So then I go to get the chili. I bought the nachos. I go to get the chili and cheese. And she's like, oh, it's out. Somebody has to change it for you. And the lady was just like, I'm busy. I'm not changing it. Okay, girl, I bought these nachos and I need the stuff to go with it.
Right.
Then I had to wait. And then the other girl was like, oh, I think we need a manager. We don't know how to change it. And and it's like, okay, I'll take my money back, please. And you can take this half cup of chili and cheese back too.
So did they
Thank
give you
you.
your money?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, that's nice.
How you
of them.
gonna sell nachos and don't got the chili and cheese with it, and then say like, "Oh, I'm busy and we ain't got a manager here." So then you shouldn't be ringing people up for it.
Yeah, you know
Kinda
that's
rude.
It's pretty cool because the United Dairy Farmers, it's a gas station, but they also have like an ice cream
Parlor
thing.
inside.
Well, yeah, like a little ice cream parlor, and they like make like shakes and malts and sundaes,
even in the
and-
wintertime.
and all that stuff. And so whenever we first got here, we were waiting to come to the apartment because our appointment was a little bit late. So we stopped in there to get gas and do all the stuff. And then there's an ice cream place there. And the lady was like, I was like, I'll get a milkshake, please. Chocolate milkshake. And she said, what kind of milk do you want? No, I wanted a peanut butter milkshake. That's what it was. Yeah. And she said, what kind of milk do you want? And I said, what do you mean, what kind of milk? She said, you want regular milk or you want chocolate milk? And I was like, what? Chocolate milk in a milkshake?
Oh my god, it's so fat.
Yeah, put it in there.
Yeah,
I want that chocolate milk in the milk. Chocolate peanut butter.
you
Reese's
a
peanut butter cup.
You a peanut butter
Shake?
person? I can't like. We were just talking about this at work, and they do these peanut butter chocolate like cream pie situations. So they put like the peanut butter at the bottom of the pie crust, and then they add the filling into it, and then top it.
Yeah.
And I told the girl, I said, don't do as much peanut butter as you like to eat. Just do a reasonable amount. Because I'm like, you putting all that peanut butter on there, that's going to be all peanut butter pie. Like, that's like, don't do it how you like it.
Amazing. It's so, a peanut butter pie is so good. One of the, back when I was Dessert Maker Supreme, one of the best pies that I think that I made was I had a regular pie crust and then a peanut butter filling. and then a graham cracker crust, and then like a chocolate filling, and then an Oreo crust, and then whipped cream on top of that.
That's crazy.
Ooh, it was so good, Carmen.
I don't know.
A triple decker pie?
I can't get into all these things. It's like if I got the munchies, if I smoke some weed and I got the munchies or something like that, then I'll eat some snacks. But it's still got to be the right snack.
Right.
Like,
well, you came home with a Three Musketeers bar.
Yeah.
The other day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's just chocolate and like fluffy stuff.
Why you don't like that?
It's the worst. Three Musketeers bar is the worst.
It's not. Well, I don't.
It's so bad that the commercials, they used to have like the Three Musketeers like floating because there's just like nothing in it. It's just
I don't
just
like
trash
Snickers.
candy bar.
I don't like Paydays. I don't like Snickers. I remember when Mr. Good Bar had that whole scandal where it was like E. coli in the chocolate bars or something, and they had to discontinue it for a while, and then it came back. After it came back, I was like, I don't want those shit bars. It's got doodle in them. Like my mom used to always, that was her favorite candy bar.
Mr. Good Bar.
Mr. Good Bar until
Is
that
it because
scandal.
of the LL Cool J song?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I doubt it though. I think that for whatever reason, that was her favorite candy bar until the scandal happened, and then after that, she didn't buy any more Mr. Good bars. That hurt their image so bad when like that scandal came, because I remember being like, I don't want anything to do with that, because they said they got E. coli. People got E. coli poisoning from it. They had to recall it.
Yeah.
Once a recall like that happened, I'm okay with not ever having it again.
That's okay. What is it? It's just Hershey's chocolate with like nuts in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that most likely came from food handlers. That's how a lot of that stuff happened, because you have people, and we talk about this all the time, but like we have to depend on other people to be decent humans in order to survive every day. In order for us to live life decently, you have to,
what a society is. Yeah.
Right. You have to assume that other people are going to be doing things correctly, which that a lot of times don't happen. So when you have food workers that's like scratching a butt and then touching a chocolate, or rappers, or like using the bathroom, not washing their hands, like all those little things. And then something like that happening, and you cost your company all this money. Even with cameras, you can't watch people all the time.
Right.
So it's you ain't got cameras in the bathroom, and you don't know if they washing their hands then. So it's an interesting one. Right. Once that happened, it would have been like, every single person, I don't care, you need to wash your hands in front of the cameras before you go back to work. Like, we gonna do this right.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting one. But yeah, I don't. Three Musketeer bar is pretty simple. I don't like candy bars with nuts in it, so I'm not into that. This one girl told me her favorite candy bar was a fast break. I'm like, who favorite candy bar is a fast break?
Is that a Reese's?
I think so. It's Reese's. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good bar.
I've never had one, but I just always looked at what the ingredients were in it, and I'm like, oh, I don't want this.
It's like chocolate, peanut butter, nougat.
Yeah, it got nuts in it too, I think, or
I believe
granola
so.
or something.
Got something in there.
Yeah, I
Some
don't
crunch.
like that.
It's a pretty good bar.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't never heard nobody ever in the world say a fast break is my
Because
favorite
it's kind
candy
of
bar.
new, you know.
Not that new.
It's within the past 20 years.
Yeah,
It's not one of the classics. Yeah.
yeah. I go for a white Hershey's
I mean,
cookies and cream.
I was at the gas station the other day, and they had key lime M&Ms.
Oh my god!
And I was like, man,
y'all just doing too much,
I
man.
want to try those key lime M&Ms.
Yeah,
Because I like M&Ms.
yeah.
M&Ms are just the best treat. I got some espresso M&Ms the other day.
Yeah.
So good.
You're telling me, you want to try them? I don't want anything with espresso in it. I don't want coffee flavored food. I just don't have no interest in. I don't drink coffee. I don't want to eat it either. So I was like, I have no interest in eating coffee or coffee flavored stuff. It's just not. You a coffee man, so you like it.
I like it.
But that day you went to United Dairy Farmers and you got that chocolate peanut butter milkshake. She asked me what I wanted. And I just get one scoop of vanilla.
Can I get a scoop of
cream.
vanilla with whipped cream in the dish? She was like,
I just like plain. I like plain ice cream. Just give me some nice vanilla ice cream and some whipped cream.
Yeah.
Once in a blue moon, I might do some caramel in there, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm not gonna do too much. Just plain ice cream.
Yeah.
So a few days ago, Kirk comes home. Well, we were out or something like that, and he said
You were at work. I got groceries.
Right. And then on the way home, he says, "Oh, I got some ice cream that you're not gonna like."
I said,
like,
no,
what?
I said I got some ice cream, and you're gonna hate it. Like,
Yeah, because he made it seem like, "Oh, we got some snacks at home. Like I got some ice cream for us, but you're not gonna like it."
yeah, you're not gonna like it. I didn't want you to see the ice cream in the freezer and then be like, oh, there's ice cream, and then you get wasted.
No, well, I'm not gonna. If it's not plain ice cream, I'm not gonna eat it anyways. But it was a lot going on with that ice cream.
It's like chocolate with chocolate chip cookies and fudge swirls.
Was it the Dublin mudslide
Yeah,
or
it's
something?
called a Dublin mudslide, and it's got coffee in it.
It's just chocolate on top of coffee flavor on top of chocolate and then more chocolate.
Yeah.
And it's just way too much. I'm like, that. I was like, you ain't no way you can. You was like, I could finish it all in one sitting. No way you could.
Thing. It's
That
so good.
is too rich and too much stuff. But you never did. You took 2 bites and then put it back in the refrigerator.
Yeah, because I got restraint, Carmen.
It's just too much. I feel like all those flavors fill you up after a couple of bites. That's funny. So, I kind of got a bone to pick with you.
What?
I feel like, I don't know, you've been doing things lately and it's making me angry.
I don't do anything.
So we'll start with, first off, the other day you come pick me up after work, and I appreciate that a lot.
Okay.
And
I
then
appreciate that you appreciate.
And then I say, I'm hungry. I don't eat nothing all day. So he's like, where you want to go? I was like, let's go to Popeyes. And he was like, Popeyes? And then you say, we can't go to Popeyes. It's too windy.
It's too windy, yeah.
But everybody else was in the drive-thru. So why can't we go in
It
there?
was crazy windy. There was a tornado alert going on.
Yeah, but I'm like, okay.
And then my envision was going to the drive-thru at Popeyes, which is right next to where you work. And I was seeing none of the dumpster lids were sitting down. They were all just like, they weren't flipped over. They weren't down. They were flying, literally flying. That's how bad the wind was, Carmen. And I was like, no.
He was like, no, we can't go to Popeyes because it's too much wind.
You ever see like in like the movies and stuff, whenever like a gun goes off in an airplane and it sucks all the people out, or like there's like an explosion or something and it sucks all the people out of the airplane. That's what I envisioned whenever I opened up that window at that Popeyes drive-thru. Was I'd go and it would just go.
Oh my God! I'm just like, okay, so we can't go to Popeyes because it's too windy, but all the other people are getting Popeyes.
Well,
so I'm just like,
I can't help it. They can't. They don't have the fortitude to understand problems like I do.
Okay,
yeah,
but they ordered their food and they got it just fine, and then they went home.
And they probably don't know how to say no. Just saying. So
then yesterday, you pick me up from work again and you say, what do you want? I'm like, Popeyes. I wanted it the other time
you
too.
Wanted it the other time, now you want it now.
Now I want it now.
Right.
We go through the drive-thru, and there's always this issue with me and Kirk in the drive-thru because Kirk don't think that I'm so difficult.
Right.
But everything's happening too fast. Like, they're like, as soon as you pull up, they're like, what would you like?
Yeah,
okay,
what would you like?
Well, I just looked at the menu because it's right here.
But it's a Popeyes. You know exactly what's on there.
I don't know everything. But
you know exactly what's on the menu.
But the way that the ladies be talking, they be like, anything else? Yeah. Anything else?
What else?
Anything else? Yeah. It's like, it make you feel rushed and hurried.
Because they are trying to rush you and hurry you.
Right. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And then we get up to the window, and I was like, oh, man, I need jalapenos, too.
Yeah.
And then Kirk's already like, oh, my God, I got to ask for something extra at the window.
Well, here's the thing. I ask you before we even get over there. I say, what do you want? Because you do know what the menu is. It's not like it's rocket science. It's Popeyes. They got chicken. They got the mashed potatoes. They've got French fries. They've got the coleslaw. They got the mac and cheese. They got the red beans and rice. They got biscuits. You want your chicken spicy or mild? You know exactly what the whole menu.
But
they
sometimes have combos and specials, so I didn't know exactly. Sometimes it takes me a long time to figure out what I want.
And before we get to the window, you say, oh, I just want some chicken. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So we get up there, and then she's like, yeah, what can I get for you? And you say, yeah, can I get a 3-piece, and then this, and then you want a large mac and cheese, a large red beans and rice.
Yeah, the little ones ain't big enough.
Right.
So I need a bigger one.
Right. And then I was like, I'll have a chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, because he's gonna share those sides with me.
But I didn't.
The mac and cheese you eat?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Oh, sorry.
I just wanted a spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay.
So then we go up to the thing, and then you're like, oh man, I didn't get the jalapenos.
And so automatically Kirk is already like, oh my God, this
And
is
you
so
say
annoying.
you say you have to ask for the jalapenos, and I'm like, I can't ask for that.
See, he's already about to have a freak out
I can't.
because he got to ask for the jalapenos. And I needed honey too, and I didn't even ask for the honey because I knew you were going to flip out about that.
I would have preferred you ask for the honey because that's something you ask at the window. You don't ask for a charge item at the window. You ask for the free items at the window, right?
Yeah.
So the honey would have been perfectly acceptable. But the jalapenos, and I looked at the little girl and I say, can we get some jalapenos? And she
He didn't want to do it so bad.
She stopped in her tracks and she was like,
And she gave us kind of a nasty look.
She gave us
like,
the nastiest look I've
like,
ever
girl,
seen
why
a
don't you-
person give me before. And I know you live with that look every day, you know, like just the way that you order things like that. I know you get that look a lot. So it's nothing to you, but it's a lot to me, Carmen. That look was the worst look I've ever seen in my life.
oh my God. She just was like irritated. Like, why don't you order it at the window?
Why didn't you get it at the speaker?
But she didn't say anything. She said, how many do you want?
Yeah.
So then I get 3 jalapenos.
Uh-huh.
And then Kirk's, I could feel him steaming next to me because he had to ask this lady for jalapenos.
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because in any other situation, I wouldn't have that issue. Nobody else cares about stuff like that. It's just like,
Right.
what? Like if I was riding with my mom or something, she's doing the same thing.
I
So-
know. That's the problem, Carmen.
So, you know, it's kind
It's
of like
because
whatever.
you live in that situation. You live it. You deal with it all the time.
Oh
Normal
man,
people
you
don't
should
have
see
to-
Latrice at White Castle arguing over how many honey mustard packets she get. She gets so much honey mustard, they start charging her for it, and she was like, "What?" She's flipped out. It was a whole mess, but like, yeah, I guess I get what you're saying. So we do that. We come home, and you're having a couple beers, and I'm just kind of, I'm like, I'm gonna eat some food, blah blah. So I make my plate, and then I go to sit down. And then when I sit down and eat, sometimes Kirk's likes to look at me with a disgusting look on his face,
It's
like
not
he's
It's
disgusted
just the way
about.
my face is arranged.
He
It's
is purposely looking at me with a look of disgust while I'm trying to eat dinner. And I can't eat dinner when I look over and he's looking at me like he's about to throw up on me. And so then I have to go to the bedroom and shut the door and then eat my dinner in there.
not- Okay. Yeah. I was just looking at you eat. Your eyes need a home. They need somewhere to look. And
No, but not
you-
that look on your face.
The forks are moving. You know, like there's action going on over there. You know, yeah. People want to see the train wreck, Carmen.
You want to watch me eat? That's the train. You see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying. You want to look at me like that, and then I have to go in the room and eat because, and you don't like eating in the bedroom, but I got to go somewhere else, not around you.
Right.
Well, we got
Well, there's a table in there now.
and we also got a second room. I technically could come in here too, wherever. But I just had to get away from where you were because you were making me uncomfortable, looking at me like you're about to throw up on me
Yeah.
while I was eating dinner. And you purposely do it.
I don't do it on purpose.
You
It's
know-
not like I maliciously say I'm gonna look at her while she eats. I just my eyes happen to go
No,
over
but
there.
then you twist your face up too, like you're grossed out at it.
Well, you know, the face does what it wants. You know.
Yeah, right. You know, you little bully. So that happens, and then it's like, okay. So this morning, we wake up in the morning. Kirk wakes up. He's like, "What time is it?" I'm like, 10 o'clock. He's like, "Oh, we gotta get up right now and go start doing stuff." It's like, just relax.
Yeah.
We just woke up.
The day's already over.
Yeah, he's already like, "Oh my God, we need to get up. We need to go do stuff. We need to get this done." It's like,
Yeah.
this is my day off, so
It's
I
my day
kind
off
of just
too.
I know, but you get 2 days off in a row.
Uh-huh.
I gotta work tomorrow,
Right.
so today I just want to sleep in, relax, just kind of be lazy for the whole day. It's Saturday. It's not like I can get any business done anyway.
Right.
So I just want to hang out. So we get up, we go to this Coney Island for breakfast, and I order a ribeye and eggs, steak and eggs off the menu, and then Kirk orders the same exact thing.
Yeah, you ordered the steak and eggs over easy white toast. And you ordered first, and then I said, I'll have the exact same thing.
That she's having.
Yeah.
The exact same way, the exact same thing she's having. And then our food, I ordered my steak medium rare, obviously. Our food comes to the table. My steak is well done, and Kirk's is medium rare.
Yeah.
Which pissed me off.
Why?
Because you ordered my steak. And I got a little tiny flat ass steak. And it was like the edge, it was like the end garbage piece because he got the last good one. And then I got stuck with the flat nasty piece at the end that was well done.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, it's what? And then Kirk was like, you difficult. And it's I'm difficult. I'm a fucking steak's not cooked right. You ordered and took my steak and they gave me the garbage piece at the end. Oh my God. Worst breakfast ever.
It wasn't that. I thought that breakfast was really good.
Yeah, you got a good
I really
breakfast.
enjoyed breakfast today.
Yeah, you stole my breakfast.
I thought it was great. Yeah, it's like even your toast was a little burnt. And like my stuff looked good.
Yeah.
All the way around.
See, I would have got your plate if you didn't order the same thing.
Yeah.
They gave you the nice one and then they gave me the end of everything.
Yeah, you're acting like it's a game of blackjack. Like I took your ace or something. Like it doesn't work like that.
I know how the kitchen work. I know that I got the gross piece at the end. I know you got the last nice steak and I got the nasty piece at the end.
That was it was pretty funny. Mine was really nice, and I kind of the grass is always greener on the other side. Maybe mine wasn't better than yours, but I told you I would have been happy to switch with you.
Yeah.
You should have said I want that plate, and then I would have traded with you.
Well, what I wanted to do is send it back, but Kirk would have been like, "Oh my God, you're so difficult."
Yeah.
Now and then, on top of that, he's gonna eat his food, and then he's gonna stare at me disgustingly the whole time that I'm sitting there. So it was like, all right, I just gotta deal with it. But I didn't give her a big tip.
No.
Well, I think I gave her fair. Like, what would you tip on? Our meal was less than $40. What would you tip on a $38 meal?
$8.
What?
$8.
I didn't tip that much. I tipped like $6.50.
That's fine.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like
fine.
I feel like that's a good amount.
That's fair. Yeah.
Considering
But,
I got a well done steak. You lucky you got that
I typically
much.
do 20%, and then if it's close to the next 10, I'll just add it as a 10.
Yeah.
Right. So I would have done $8.
See, I used to be different. I used to just round up. So like when I tipped, this is before I knew any better.
I used to give them the change.
Yeah.
Like if I pay with a card, so that way I knew when the being broke and stuff, you're going out with your friends.
Yeah.
And, like I would, stuff would be pending for like a week.
Yeah.
And I would round up the change. So that way it was a clear dollar, like, $15.
Right.
Like I would give them more, but I would always give them that change too.
Yeah.
So it's just like a flat number. And I'll be like, okay, it cleared.
Yeah.
Because the tip always comes out later.
Right.
And it's like a surprise. Mm-hmm. Like, oh no, I tipped the $8,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. No, I guess I didn't, growing up in Detroit and then joining the military and now I'm in an environment where everything is so new to me because I've grown up in this little ghetto bubble in Detroit. And like once you leave that environment, and like I was in Long Island in the Coast Guard, so I'm in a nicer area around people who know how to go out and eat. They know how to go to different places. In Detroit, our dad took us out to restaurants and stuff like that, but he paid for that. We didn't. So it's not like I learned the tip system by the age of 17. I had only worked in at a pizza place. Most of my friends couldn't afford to go to dinner. So I never went out to like nice dinners unless I was with like my family or something.
Right.
You know, so I didn't understand how to tip until I moved to New York, and they were like, let me just let you know that if you go to a bar and you don't tip on your drink, they're not going to come back to you.
Yeah.
It's busy here, and they're not going to rush to come back and refill your drink.
That's
if
why
you
you
don't tip.
open a tab.
Yeah, but see, I'm telling you, I'm learning all these things at one time.
That's why you get them on a tab.
But I'm young, I'm learning all these things, and so when I would tip, so if I had like say my bill came up to $23.20, I would give them 25, and that'd be my tip.
Yeah.
I would just round up to the 25.
Sure.
And then now that I know better and I'm in the industry and I have friends that live off of tips, now I'm a little
Conscious of that.
a little more conscious of it. Not as much as you, because I feel like I've had to stop you from over tipping multiple times.
I overtip a lot, yeah.
Yeah, you like go way overboard, and like a couple times I'm like, give me that damn ticket. I'm writing a tip. You're not about to give her that much. Because you get crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. But at a bar,
I feel like that's
you
fair.
feel generous at a bar, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna hook this person up. And I'm like, you gonna wake up in the morning and be like, damn, I gave a $50 tip.
Yeah.
Like, no,
I think that's fine.
we just spent $3 for a beer.
I've never tipped 50 on a 3.
No, but I'm
That's
saying
crazy.
like all together, you might have got a few beers. The bill probably $30, and then you tip. I'm like, no, that's not happening. So I would stop you from doing that.
I think it's fair.
You're funny.
Yeah.
Well, that's another episode of the Sweet Gravy Podcast. If you have any questions or suggestions, please go to sweetgravypod@gmail.com. You can also check us out on YouTube and every other streaming platform.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye-bye.